Alright lads, we have made it to the regional. This is going to be the beginning to the regional vlog. This is the Tulsa regional for what, June 4th?
Yeah.
So let's hope we do good. There's not as many of us coming this time. For my car, it's just me and Draven. And then we have Marcus, Chris, and Brad in their car, and maybe Nate.
Dig in the shirt.
So we got a whole bunch of people here. Looks like there's a karate thing going on in the exhibition hall. Should be good. Let's get some good games. Hit me with the sauce.
I got Mr. Girl.
Alright.
Nothing good.
Nothing good. Yeah, these little commons are pretty whack.
Ooh, not really.
Ooh, that's actually pretty good. That's like a $20-something card. It's nice.
So you get rid of that? Nothing good from there.
Alright, last pack. Come on, pull something good, Draven. Other than that. We need a king.
Nope, no king.
No king? Ooh.
No king.
Alright, so I've already opened mine, but I've only done this with them. This might be hard to pick up on the camera, but the last pack, the last 4, all have a line through them.
Oh.
And I don't know why. So what are these last 4? Alright. Oh, it even goes over to the front. Don't know if you can see that.
Yeah, kind of.
But you can see it on the front of them too.
That's weird. At least they're just commons.
Yeah, at least they're commons that I've already opened like 4 boxes of. But so now that that's out of the way, let's see what I got. Got the Libromancer Continuous. I got the Odd Eyes Wing Dragon. The Zombie Reborn. The Libromancer, whatever, the same one you got, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then got the Curse of the Dragon.
Yeah.
Pretty poopy butt cheeks for me, but Draven got the Lily.
I played against this one.
Oh yeah? So how was it? Alright.
Also, because I misplayed. Is it evenly matched? You get to play from your hand. I played an evenly matched, and I don't know what possessed me to do so, but I banished my blue eyes and one of my dictators of D to keep a dictator of D instead of keeping the blue eyes. Which would have probably worked out better for me. I'm also tired.
You're not the only one, because I also misplayed. So I placed Flunderies, and he TO'd me. I did misplay, and I need to make notes of that. I'm not very experienced with my deck, though, so that's one of the reasons. Like, I fusion summoned, and then I forgot to, like, add off of Branded Loss. I don't think that was important, but I did forget it. I just feel very, like, less knowledgeable this go around compared to last time, at least in my deck and what other people's decks can do. Also, so we have 258 people here today. There was like no line the entire day, except right before they started accepting people. But as soon as they started accepting people, there was like nothing. Because in the past, like last time I got footage of the line, couldn't do this time, there's no line. Alright, so time has been called in the second round. I am now 0-2. No one else is around. So I faced Punk Therion. Game 1, he summoned the Calamity Red Dragon Archfiend, I believe. So I couldn't activate anything. It is what it is. Game 2, I summoned Masquerade and Mirror Jade. He burned himself down to 400 and then got around my stuff, and then I couldn't do anything, so I lost. He summoned out Psychic King Punisher on me. I believe that's the new guy from Difo. And he attacked over my Mirror Jade for 100 over game. So, not the best. Alright, how'd you do, guys?
Bad. Slow Drytron. At Ignister.
Oof.
I lost game 1, and then game 2, I set up a really nice board. I played through everything he had, and then he top decked, and he was like, "Oh sweet, this is the only card I needed," and I was like, "Oh god," and then he beat me, and I was like, "Great." Pretty much. That's the whole day.
All right. Answer the man.
Lost to Eldritch, but I also accidentally cheated.
Oof. How so?
He activated Zombie World and then activated Gozen. Whichever one makes it to where you can only control one type.
Right.
Tried to Ultimate Fusion into my Blue Eyes alternative Ultimate Dragon.
Using dragons?
No. Using my Blue Eyes going into a dragon. But then the guy said, hey, my opponent said, hey, you can't do that because it's not a zombie. I'm like, oh, okay. Gotcha.
Good.
So then we rolled it back. But then after that game, the judge that was watching us wrote me up.
Oof.
Yeah,
So that's a what, one warning?
I guess.
Oof. Big F. Alright, how'd this one go?
I lost.
To...
Invoked Dogmatica Shadal with a little bit of Despia. I think it had Despia. I don't know. I know it was in fact Invoked Shadal Dogmatica.
Dang. They win to you?
No.
No?
They did normal Alistair. They brought out Mokubu.
We got the Mekabo, of
But the only
course.
Shadal I saw was Construct. I think it was. Whichever one destroys a special summon from the extra deck. Before the damage step.
Right. It has been a long time since I've looked at it. Construct is a Shadal on a light.
Yes. Yeah, because he's...
I do remember that. I just can't remember their effects.
I think...
Because I know Windows is a Shadal in the dark. Shekanaga is a Shadal in an earth.
Oh, I remember what... Yeah, because he used the fusion spell to fusion from his deck because I had Twin Burst out. And that's how I got it. But yeah, that's how mine went. He 2-0'd me. I scooped in the second game.
So I finally got a win. I'm now 1-2. It's also lunch, apparently, because we get a lunch break now for 30 minutes. So I'm probably going to hit up the little vendor over there and snag some food.
There's apparently a vendor selling orange chicken.
Vendor selling orange chicken, might have to check that out. We got the time, we got 30 minutes, plus whatever's left in the round. But I faced Pendulum, Magician Odd Eyes, and game 1 was kind of a back and forth. I misplayed game 1. I was trying to think of things and I just couldn't. I was trying to think fast, and I'm not a good fast thinker. So it didn't go too hot, but I still managed to squeak it out, even though my play was very sloppy. Oh, that's an ongoing theme for me today and with this deck, which is why I've been not wanting to really come to this regional or bring this deck, because I haven't been doing too hot with this deck. All my plays have been very sloppy today, and they're always sloppy at locals because I'm always learning it. So I don't have a lot of knowledge, but I was able to squeak out a win game 1. Game 2, I OTK'd him. He got Beyond the Pendulum, and then I ashed it, and he couldn't do anything else for the turn. So I just made Albion, Lubellion, and a Masquerade, and swung. So it's not an OTK, but then he couldn't do anything the next turn because, well, he had 1,300 life points left, I think, so he could activate something twice. And then he did, and then he just like attacked over Masquerade. No, he attacked over my my defense position Aluber past turn. So he is under 600 life points. He's at 500 life points. And I just attacked into one of his pendulum monsters that he special summoned. And that was it. You want to go talk to Marcus?
Is he done?
Yeah, he's over there in the smoke area. Alright, so I lost against DGD. He wombo comboed turn 1, couldn't stop him, didn't draw a hand trap. Game 2. Well, also game 1 he summoned the guy that can negate spells, so he negated my spells and I couldn't do anything. Game 2, I bricked. I opened Called by Ash, Ad Libium, Branded in Red, Fallen of Albaz. So all I could do going first was setting the Called by the Grave and passing. I called by something, I ashed something, and then he still put damage on board to OTK me. 1-3, baby.
I lost, but this time because we went into overtime.
What'd you face?
Salmon Great.
Oh.
But it was a Axis Code Talker, Salmon Great.
Well, what other Salmon Great is there?
I don't know.
You sign up for win event
That's a
number
good
2.
question. But it was a fun duel. I liked it.
Oh yeah, you're gonna like fighting Chris. Chris is 2-2.
Yeah, but the second was a bye, he said.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why he was at my table so fast. Cause like we're in game 1 and he just walks by, and I'm like, fucking get out of here.
Yeah, he walked by earlier saying...
Well, I was like, oh, get out of here, because I don't want to be distracted.
I just realized my mask is upside down.
Oof. I was informed you had won.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel good? Why not?
Because
You faced our local man, Brad.
I know. It didn't feel good.
Yeah, I can tell. I mean, he was pretty salty about it.
Yeah.
I went over there and I was like, oh, where's Draven at? And he's like, he won. He's on the up and up. He's moving on up.
No, yeah, he bricked first game.
I think they just said bearings, yeah.
Huh? Oh, I think they were talking about for the win event.
Oh, the tournaments? Alright, sick.
But, yeah, he bricked first game. And I was able to get out alternative Ultimate Dragon, and as soon as I got that up, he's like, no, no, scoop. Second game, he went first. He had a spicy board up. But then I Dark Rolled him. And,
Dark Rollers coming in clutch, huh?
and then I started popping off, but in the middle of popping off, he was like, yeah, no, I scoop.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So I faced an Altergeist player, and I didn't know what they were doing. They like linked a card in their hand, like with something on field, and they just spun my stuff back to the deck, and I couldn't do anything. And I lost.
Game 1, he beat me down with a bunch of evil twins. So I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, so he's playing these live twin?
Yeah. So I was like, okay. So then that just means I need to get Ogre and Effectively. And see a single one in game 2. He then burned me to death.
Oh no.
I thought I could out him before I hit my limit, but he had 2 of the continuous spells out and just slowly burned me.
That's what it's like to face Masquerade.
Except Masquerade is worse.
I won, so I'm now 2-4. I faced Salmon Great, and his turn 1 board was just, what is it, Gazelle?
Gazelle?
The one that like specials itself?
Yeah.
Yeah, Gazelle. And Sunlight Wolf. Backed up with the field spell. And on my turn, he went first both games. I just made Mirror Jade, banished the Sunlight Wolf, and just like attacked over him. I kind of just beat him down with that. Game 2, after I sided, he goes first. He ends on like the same board, but this time he sets 4 and he has like the wall. Whatever the wall is. I don't know, Solomon Great Wall or something. Firewall.
Firewall Dragon?
No, it was the continuous.
Oh, Will of the Salamander?
Oh yeah, that one. So he had Gazelle, Sunlight Wolf, Will, Filled Spell in 4 sets.
Holy.
And I go, ooh. But luckily I opened Harpy's Feather Duster because I decided it in.
Yes, sir.
So I Feather Dusted him, and I was like, well, now we're just in the same spot we were last time, where I just make a Mirror Jade, banish your Sunlight Wolf, and then attack your other guy, and then you're gonna activate Balinks again. But this time I was able to make I was able to make Mirror Jade, Masquerade, and a Dramaturge. So I just kind of beat him down with that. I even summoned out Edge Imp Chain because I knew I could, and that would put him on 2 activations instead of 4.
Yes, sir.
So I was like, I know you can't really do anything with 2 activations.
Yeah.
So I put him on 2 activations. I made a misplay and I forgot to set my card off of Albion since he was sent. If I did, that would have branded in red, and then it would have had 1 activation because I would have just fused for another one. But I forgot. That's on me. Doesn't really matter. He activated 2 things, and then he tried to activate a 3rd, and I said, you can't. You don't have the life points. You are only at 100. And he goes, oh. In that case, I'll go to battle. I'll attack over your Edge Imp Chain and pass. And I go, all right. Battle phase. All right. So that's how my 2 games went. So other than that, like it was literally just like Buffalo and Gazelle, and that was like it. Oof. That was like the play every game, both games, twice in a row, same board, except one he set 4 and the other he did not.
He needs to take classes.
You had faced the same Salaman Great Man player I had played. How did you do?
He did. I did. I 2-0'd him, but you were right.
Like I said, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he just doesn't have the resources, because he was telling me he was missing a lot of key parts to
Access code talker. I mean, he didn't tell me he was missing it, but he never summoned it.
No, yeah, he said he was missing it. He said he also is missing the adventure stuff.
Well, you don't need it. Who plays Adventure Salad?
Apparently the other salad player I played.
Huh.
But I didn't see
I haven't heard of that.
So, but yeah, I 2-0'd him. First game, got out. Blue Eyes Alternative Ultimate Dragon. Couldn't get over it. Game 2, I Ghost Ogred his Link 1, and he tried to relink it into another one, but he forgot, or he said that he didn't have a 3rd copy, so because of that I shut down his play with a single Ghost Ogre. So yeah, that's how mine went.
Alright.
But I feel bad for the guy. He said he's gonna drop.
Oh, well.
I wish so.
It happens. People drop all the time. I mean, look at all those guys.
True.
They've dropped. I played against Punk Virtual World, and he beat me both games. The first game was like a blowout in his favor. Like he just like went off, couldn't stop him. Game 2, I burned him down to 600, and then he outed my Masquerade with the one that banishes everything whenever it's sent from the field to the grave.
A field nuke?
No, not a field nuke. It's their 2800 Synchro. I just can't remember its name. He just attacked over Masquerade with it.
Oh.
And then he banished my Dramaturge I had on field, and it just went downhill from there. I couldn't deal 600 points of damage to him. So that was game. He had me. I was top decking at that point anyway, so if I wasn't gonna win, if he wasn't gonna out my stuff, I was top decking, so I couldn't really do anything. So now I'm what, 2-6? 2-6, baby. 3 more rounds.
Wait, no.
Am I not? Am
No,
I
'cause that
counting
was
wrong?
round 7.
I'm counting wrong.
2-5.
2-5. I need to redo my list. Apparently, I think so.
Oh boy.
All right, so I faced Invoked. I stopped him turn 1 from Alistair. He wanted me to go first, so I summoned Mirror Jade Masquerade, as I do. and I just kind of beat him down with that because he didn't have a turn 1 play after I negated his Alistair. I wound up banishing it with Mirror Jade, and he just had no follow-up. So, and then game 2, it was more grindy. He mains super poly, so I was really shaking my boots for a good while. Because he would super poly my Mirror Jade and my Masquerade away. Game 2, he wound up like getting around something in the battle phase, and then I branded and redded so I could fuse, and then I went into a Chimera, and then I popped his monster, and it was all good. And then I swung in for game because he was low enough. So I did pretty good for that one. I liked it. So apparently I faced the same invoked player he faced, so I actually faced invoked Shadol Dogmatica, but I only seen Alistair.
I can't believe that.
He like Alistair'd Mechabud, and then he did another thing, and he super poly'd me twice, and then I beat him twice.
Yeah, so that is definitely the same guy. A guy I faced, I'm pretty sure, was using a pendulum structure deck.
Oof. I didn't see what he was playing. I didn't pay attention.
Yeah,
Even though we were sitting next to each other, I was very focused.
he was playing
for once.
Odd Eyes Pendulum with a little bit of extra stuff thrown in there. Both games he set 3, passed. First game he also put scales down, but second game he only did the set 3 pass. First game he tried to hold me off with Swords of Revealing Light, and I just unicorned it. I was like, put that back in the deck for me. And then I OTK'd him.
Ooh, spicy.
Second game, I ended on Ultimate Dragon, Halka-Fibrax, Spirit Dragon, with Abyss Dragon ready to make Baron on his turn if he tried to do anything, and he basically scooped.
And yeah, I would have too. Right.
I went against Sun Avalon Therian, and he popped off. Man also had Adventure, but he didn't get those off. I was able to stop those in those tracks. But it didn't matter, because still had Therion, so he still had those Omni, and still had that Omni negate. He turned his Link 3? No, 2? 1? There's some other Sun Avalon that is able to attack more than once, depending on how many Sun Avalons you have.
Oh, I don't know which one that is. I don't know some other ones.
But on top of that, it can pick a Link rating of a Link monster and gain 800 times that Link. So for first game, he got it up to 32 and beat me over with it. Second game, he got it up to 4K and beat me over with it.
Oof.
Tried to sign it into Beerus and Ghost Ogres because that would have stopped him. He didn't.
Bro, every time I've sighted in Dimensional Barriers, never seen them. Like the only side card I've seen all day was a Harpy Feather Duster. Like for real.
I saw my back room removal, and I did see the Ghost Ogre 1 match, and then that was it, basically. He was also kind of an ass.
So what's your ending record?
3-6.
Same here. I lost in the mirror match, and if like for those who don't know, I played Branded Despia, or like Branded Aldaz, I guess. And we had some back and forth. He was a real chill dude. But I just lost. Like I didn't open as good as he did, and Super Poly wasn't as good to me as it was to him. So, but there was a lot of back and forth play. And I think it came down to like Mirror Jade and stuff. Mirror Jade's very powerful. You don't really want to commit if you can't OTK, because then you just lose your board. But then your opponent can commit on their turn. So it's a very overpowered card. So I was very stuck in a hard place. I thought I had him. on game 2, but then he like made a big comeback, and I was like, oh, all right. But a really nice man. So my ending record 3-6. We got to do better next time. Next time I will definitely have more practice. But for now, hopefully I'm gonna get some deck profiles from people, and then it's taco time. All right, so pairings have been posted. I got 93rd, oof. Draven got 94th. Brad got 95th. Marcus 91st. And our man Chris over here,
43rd.
highest in Enid, 43rd. On the bubble, most definitely.
It came down to the randomizer on it.
It came down to the randomizer. He could have had it. But they are kicking us out.
Yep.
It's like, it's that time. They're kicking us out. I was hoping to stay, get some deck profiles. It's only 7:26. We actually ended super early compared to all previous times, which is fucking stellar. But they're kicking us out, and I really wish I could stay to do profiles. But also, it doesn't look like there's big YouTubers here. Like Johnny, who's normally here, Asian Persuasion, he's not here this time. So it's weird, because I normally, at least back in the day, I would just go and like record with him, although he didn't really like know. But he's like a super chill dude about it. But this time we just got straight kicked out, so we're just gonna go to taco time, cry, and rethink our life choices. I just wanted to go over my haul real quick for the Tulsa event. So I got, how many sleeves? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I got 13 sleeves, 13 packs of sleeves, and I got an ultra rare. I wanted to get all these because I want to eventually get all different dragon shields in the matte sleeve. These 3, the Snow Lagoon and Orchid, they're the dual sleeves. But I was also able to pick up Sky Blue, Yellow, Petrol, Silver, Slate, Magenta, Ivory, Crimson, Olive, and Purple. I actually wound up using the purple at the event, and I think they look really, really nice. And I was able to pick up this ulti, Storm Shooter, and you can tell with the stars, at least it's more noticeable in the stars, that the actual ulti, like, print is like shifted down a little bit. So that's pretty neat. But I'm overall pretty happy with the event. Not necessarily how I did, but I had a ton of fun there. Hope to see you guys at the next Tulsa event. Peace.